Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to round 4 of the MavWar tournament. This is Killtoy here speaking, and I am joined by Koala
Hello.
and X-Spy, my usual comrades. And today we have a fantastic matchup on Dark Carnival, aka Dust 2 for Left 4 Dead 2. And let me gather a little bit of information here on who's playing tonight.
Looks like we got the Psychotics versus the Ambitious Fools.
Absolutely correct. Those are the two teams that are fighting against each other today on Dark Carnival, trying to claim victory over the other team. And today I was going to read a little something about the tournament format for anyone that was not informed on how this tournament is being run. I do have the page up here. I do need to read it because I do not have it memorized. Koala, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good, man. I can't complain. Got my green tea. I'm chinchillin' like a villain.
And Koala, it turns out I am not a female. Lo and behold, I am a guy. So any rumors out there that I was a chick with huge dudes, that is incorrect. I am a dude with huge chicks. So let me read here how this tournament is structured for anybody that is unaware. Let me read here from the MavWar Hype Tournament page while we're waiting here for everyone to ready up. This tournament consists of 8 teams competing in a total of 16 games over the course of approximately 2 to 3 months. There are 2 stages. The league stage followed by the knockout stage. In the league stage, teams compete within 2 leagues of 4 teams each. Each league plays a round-robin tournament, in which each team is scheduled for 3 matches against other teams in the same league. This means that a total of 6 matches are played within a league. The top 2 teams from each league advance to the knockout stage. Points are used to rank the teams within a league. 3 points are awarded for a win, 1 for a draw, and none for a loss. A forfeit equals a loss. If one considers all possible outcomes, a win, a draw, or a loss, for all 6 matches in the league, there are 729 different outcome combinations possible. Holy moly. Although highly unlikely, a tie will occur. However, a certain number, 115, of these combinations lead to more than one team occupying the second place in the league. In such case, the ranking among these teams is determined as follows. Tiebreakers. An additional game will be played between the 2 tied teams. Winning the tiebreaker game earns them team 1 point. 1 point. Wow, 1 point. If the tiebreaker game is also tied, then greatest combined game points in all league matches, not including the tiebreaker game points, if still tied, then, oh my god, this is getting complicated. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Okay, you've heard enough. Enough of that. If you would like to see more information, way too complicated for my brain to handle right now, please visit the MavWar Hype Tournament Steam page. Good lord. Couldn't do it.
And on that
I got halfway through. And then that was it.
I would like to read off the roster.
Do it. Do it now.
Okay, so on the Psychotics, we have Toxic, Happy Guy 49, Boswick, and I can't read that.
Which name are you trying to read?
The bottom most infected player.
That is
Alpha? Cool.
Thanks, X-Spy.
And on the Ambitious Fools, we have Mia, Pirates, Mouse, and Gem.
I've just been trolled. My game is crashed. They're already DDoSing me.
Get crashed on.
They're starting it off early, guys. Whew. This is going to be a long game.
A very honorable mention, and I would always like to do this for every cast that I'm in, because he was a dear friend of mine. This tournament is in memory of a community member named Hype, and may he rest in peace, and I feel that he would be very honored to have this tournament be in his name. Continuing the Hype train. He was a very cool guy.
So you actually knew Hype?
Yeah. Quite a quiet guy, but a very cool guy. Very funny guy.
Wow. That's very cool. Very, very cool. This is the first tournament I've ever heard of that has actually been dedicated to a particular individual within the community. So 2 thumbs up for me. This is a great tournament to be a part of, a great tournament to spectate and enjoy. Not many tournaments are actually held in the memory of anybody. It's usually just, competing head-on against other teams to get a Boomer plushie. But this one, no, this one's a bit different. It actually has a far deeper meaning, and it really touches me deep in the feels. Deep in the feels.
So we're still waiting for people to ready up right now, but let's go ahead and talk strategery.
Let's talk strategery. Koala.
So 55% tank, 44% witch. What can we and the viewers expect from the first, 50% of this map?
Koala, 50% of this map. We're gonna see a tank fight probably on this bridge up ahead. Pretty standard tank fighting place. It's a very good place for the survivors to fortify themselves by this. What is this? The Midnight Riders sign. A really good place, but the tank does have the option of getting hittables in play. You honestly do not see it too often. Hittables don't really cooperate with the tank, but if he manages to get one onto this bridge, it could be disastrous for the survivors. But really not much to be expected up until that point, because the first attack on this map is kind of just a throw it in, hope for something to happen. It's not the most exciting. It's not the most fun attack to even attempt, but they will get a really good hit at the bridge. That is their best opportunity to get a lot of sick, nasty damage points prior to the tank spawning, at which point they will have to fortify themselves at the bridge. Koala Bear.
Yeah, they got some good stuff here still, though. I mean, they have the Whispering Oaks sign that they can smoke from behind if they get a smoker, which I'm not sure if they do or not. And we got a tree over here, and the front, right across from the bus, where they can pull from too. Maybe potentially get some boomage from the van up ahead. And then it kind of becomes just like a run to the top where the little sleeping bag is. And then the SI could hit there or not, maybe hit at the Humvee. What's very, very interesting about this tank is it's just after where they would like to hit from the bridge. So I'm not sure if they're going to be saving the hit or not for the sign. Now, another thing that's very interesting here is, like you were talking about, getting the cars in play. It's really, really crucial to do that, just to be able to threaten them so that they can't really, move down or move forward. What the car does, if you can place it just in front of the overpass here, and getting it in play, so to speak, you put it in a good position to get a smoke to it, and possibly maybe charge into it. And then you can always kind of rely on that if the hit fails, and just kind of like go back down to get the car on top. So because of how dangerous that is, and it could just completely change the face of a match, whether or not you wipe here due to hittables or not, it is not so common, but is still done fairly often, that teams will run all the way back to the safe room after having spawned the tank from that Midnight Rider sign. And a couple things happen there. It puts the survivors in kind of an awkward position, because typically survivors want to be baiting hits. But when they run back, they kind of have to deal with where the SI going to spawn. They have to shut it down on the run. That's one thing. The other thing that kind of happens here is the tank could go AI, because the tank is not maintaining any sight with the survivors. If the survivors do decide to run back and shut down that hit, the tank could be AI and potentially get belted. If the other team is not able to do that, or chooses not to, they have to deal with the car in play. So because of the danger of the cars, even as wonky as they want to be, it's still dangerous enough to make certain teams just make a decision to go all the way back to safe room and say, screw that, I don't want to deal with any hittables. We have the potential to make this tank go AI, and let's play it super safe. Safety first. Don't forget to bring a towel.
Do not forget to bring a towel, Koala. That is the most important thing you have said. If you do not bring a towel, especially for an important matchup like we currently have, you're going to have a bad time. You need a towel at all times. I know personally from experience, when I am competing in a matchup such as this, if I do not have a towel, I will not be able to wipe the sweat from my eyes. And if I cannot wipe the sweat from my eyes, I have a less likelihood of being able to land some sick M2s. And as everybody knows, in the Left 4 Dead 2 community, I land all of the M2s and the most legendary of M2s. But none of that could be possible if I did not have a towel nearby so that I could wipe the sweat from my forehead. Towels Very important, especially for matches. Please bring them and make sure they are clean, washed, dried, and good to go. And XSpy, no. Take that back right now. Grizz does not have better M2s than me. That is blasphemy. I've worked hard to earn the title as M2 God of Left 4 Dead 2. I will not allow you to shame me. And on a side note, I'd like to also mention, as explained from the previous match, XSpy is the reason we do not have war rooms. So please send your angry letters to XSpy. So we are still waiting for an additional infected player for... Hold on, let's establish which teams are which here. I'm having trouble. Which team is the infected team? Koala.
The infected are Team Psychotics.
Team
and
Psychotics.
The survivors are Team Ambitious Fools.
Perfect. Gem is on Ambitious Fools. Alpha is on Psychotics. Okay, so we're waiting on one member from Team Psychotics to get into ready position so we can start this match. But as we all know, in competitive Left 4 Dead 2, if we do not wait a minimum of a half an hour before the game starts, then, well, we are certainly not playing competitive Left 4 Dead 2. There is a requirement when it comes to Left 4 Dead 2 that everyone has to agree upon before starting a tournament, and you must agree to a mandatory minimum of 30 minutes of waiting before actually playing a match.
That's interesting. There's a couple of differences in Pro Mod as compared to vanilla, and we're seeing one right here is the Ready Up system that we have. It makes sure that all of the survivors agree that they are ready, and all the infected agree that they are ready before proceeding. So it looks like we're having some trouble with someone on the infected team, either disconnecting or restarting their computer, or maybe it's strategery. Maybe they are doing it for strategic purposes, making the other team wait, saying, "No, this is my time to shine. You guys gotta wait for us." Let's look at the health bonus here. So the health bonus for this map is 800. Essentially, if both teams make it with full health bonus, they'll get a total of 400 points for the distance and 800 points of health bonus, which will lead to 1200 points total. So in Pro Mod, another thing that's different than vanilla is that the points at the end are not calculated based on how many survivors make the safe room only, but also by how much health bonus that they are carrying on their body. Health bonus is depicted by solid health remaining on the survivors. So if all 4 survivors are bleeding, they get a, I'm not sure if it's a diminished health bonus or no health bonus at all. So unlike medkits, all the survivors are only given pills. And it's in an effort to make it a little bit more interesting for everybody, because medkits and full heal is a little bit overpowered.
Oh, I just nailed the 360 sit down in my chair. Nailed it. Okay. So we are... Do we have everybody here now? Thank you. Thank you.
We are still waiting.
I would like to give a quick shout out and a thank you to The Owl and I believe Glass Sandwich. I think they are the 2 individuals that are helping to organize this tournament for the hype that did pass away.
Very honorable sirs.
Yes, so thank you to them. Also thank you to Koala, Rails, and XSpy for also making it possible for these games to be broadcasted to the community. The wonderful community that does tune in every time we have this amazing tournament and sits in and listens to us chitter chatter and bullshit and enjoy this competitive video game.
Aw, you're so sweet, Killatoy.
Oh my god, I'm so sweet.
I'd like to double up on that. Definitely. Thank you to all the viewers that are watching and maintaining the hype in the community and showing their support. It's really awesome. This wouldn't be possible without you guys.
It does appear that we are very close to beginning this game, so I hope everybody has their drinks and snacks ready. This matchup is going to be starting very, very soon. It appears that we are waiting on Tox. Tox from Oh, I can get this. The Psychotics? Yeah, the Psychotics. All right. Team Psychotics momentarily going to be readying up against Team Ambitious. What's their name? Ambitious?
This is going to be a very interesting match.
It should be. I'm excited. The last match on Dead Center was a very, very, very fun match to cast. The game was back and forth all throughout. It was a lot of fun to cast, and hopefully this one is around about the same. Hopefully both teams are duking it out left and right, and we see a lot of comebacks for both teams, because everybody knows that's going to be a lot more fun to watch, and it's going to be a lot more fun for us to talk about.
This is traditionally considered to be the most balanced map to play for Pro Mod. And just like No Mercy is kind of like the fan favorite, Dark Carnival has become the fan favorite amongst the Pro Mod community. This is kind of the go-to quintessential map.
This is the Dust 2 of Left 4 Dead 2, and everybody, we are now readied up. We do have a Spitter, Charger, Smoker, and a Jockey for the Infected team, and the Survivors are now pushing up past the Whispering Oak sign.
Ooh, ghosted,
very
are we?
baity. They're ghosting, in fact. The Infected currently cannot see them because they are invisible. So they are moving in right now, full towards the tree, but it gets cleared right away. But there is a charge onto Ellis. Another pull onto Maya, aka Dick, but everything getting cleared relatively quick.
There's
the
that
Smoker
pull I was
managing
telling
a
you
lot of
about.
damage. Yes, the tree.
That Spitter was late.
A little bit late. That tree is the most infamous tree for Smokers. Smokers love that tree. They spawn there quite a bit, but the Survivors manage to shut everything down relatively quick. The Survivors are going to push a little bit further. Let's see if the Infected team decides to either wait for the bridge or hit as they're pushing down this road down the hill.
That special Infected hit is coming up. Looks like they're all ready.
Yeah, Infected team has a Charger, Boomer, Spitter, and a Smoker. They do have a 2-2, so they could still get some nice damage with this Charger and Spitter. But like I said, let's see if they decide to hit here or wait for these Survivors to cross underneath the bridge. At this point, it probably would be beneficial for them to hit underneath the bridge with this Charger and this Spitter, because they can perform a tremendous amount of health point damage points to the Survivors.
Ooh, single boom.
They land a single boom on Maya. Really get in capped. I don't know what a Charger's moving in. He's moving in fast.
Oh my goodness.
The spit misses. There was a pull on Ellis in the back.
Ooh, that was close.
Spit missed. Oh, Koala, if that spit would have landed on that charge, that would have been a tremendous amount of damage. The Survivors did a good job of dodging.
100%, that would have been brutal. You would have had somebody bleeding for the tank.
That would have been great for the tank. They did manage to take a decent amount of chip, but the Survivors are still sitting pretty strong, pushing forward underneath this bridge. We do have a Boomer played by Tox. He might do a solo rocket boom. Let's find out if he decides to push in. He does, and he gets a two boom. The Infected team readying up their spawns to push in on the bridge here. This could be devastating. We've got a 3-tap going out
Nice.
Survivors right now. Amazing.
That's a good soft quad right there.
Koala, this is dangerous. We've got a Jockey way up front. While all the other Survivors are distracted, Maya, aka Nick, has been incapacitated by that Charger, but this Jockey is moving a Survivor all the way forward. Will the tank get spawned up?
Oh,
no, it
no.
does not. But
Thank goodness for
that
the
is
Survivors.
a lot of damage right now.
Yeah,
Two
man, I mean,
in-cap.
they got that 2-boom, that solo boomer, just very clutch. It created enough of a distraction to create the separation and land that tri-cap. That Jockey just, took him straight. I don't know how long that Jockey ride was, but thank goodness for the Survivors, it did not spawn the tank.
That Jockey ride seemed like for days, but the Survivors are getting the pickup right now, but geez Louise, there are 3 Survivors with no permanent health. They are all bleeding out. The only person with permanent health right now is Coach, aka Moss, M-A-U-S.
What a brutal hit.
Brutal. The Infected team, aka the Psychotics, have been doing a tremendous amount of damage right now. They're doing a great amount of damage prior to tank. The tank's not even up right now, but we have 3 people bleeding and another SI attack about to come in. But the smoke gets cleared right away. He was trying to get it pulled down from the side because that would have been a huge amount of damage.
That
right
hit
now
brought Survivors from 800 health bonus to about 270.
Qual, that is a huge amount of health bonus that has been reduced. And this tank is sitting very well right now. It is very good feeling when you've got a tank that's about to commit with 3 Survivors already bleeding. If this tank decides to play a decently long rock tank, they can bleed out the Survivors for quite a bit, seeing how they only have 1 set of pills. And there has been a Hunter and a Spitter going out right now.
Oh no, clear the Jockey.
The tank is coming in by itself. Will he get the solo wipe by himself. He's 1v4. No, he backs out. He does
Smart.
not want to take them on by himself. He's going to try to dodge as many bullets as possible before his teammates can get back up.
So what the tank did there is he took the opportunity to focus on Coach and get that one punch and bring him from fast to slow.
Will you cut that shit out?
We cannot be shooting each other.
This
Looks
is
like he's working the
looking
car in.
really good for the infected team right now. The tank is trying to work some cars into play, but we still have 3 bleeding. And Coach, the guy that had all the green HP, is now not green anymore. He doesn't have any HP and no health. And the tank gets a good car placement on the top of the hill. And the tank is looking like he wants to commit with this car. He could get some ridiculous hits here. And he gets a hit on Rochelle before he makes it to the side. There's a double truck. This is bad news for the survivors right now. The tank is committing right now with 2 caps, 1 in cap, and only 1 survivor left. It's just Ellis versus this tank. Let's see who wins this 1v1. Oh, this is an intense 1v1, but Alpha, aka the tank, has HP for days. There is no way Ellis is going to be able to beat this tank. But by God, Ellis is going to try to get as much points as possible. But no, the jockey gets the incapacitation, and he's going to take him all the way back.
Body bags. Nothing but body bags.
Wow, that was impressive work by the infected team. They pulled out some ridiculous attacks prior to tank, and as soon as they get tank in, the tank pushes in with a car, capitalizes with the car, and all of the SI just hit everything hard right at the sign. The survivors did not stand a chance. Wow. That was impressive. The infected team right now, hold on, let me look for it.
Team Psychotics.
The ambitious fools. The ambitious fools have a lot. They have some big shoes to fill right now. The infected team did some impressive work with their attacks prior to tank.
Yeah, Team Psychotics really set their tank up really well by landing that 2-boom and creating that separation. The 2-boom survivors actually were not capped. Actually, they might have been capped. One of them might have been capped. But the important thing to mention is that the other 2 survivors that were not boomed, one was jockeyed and the other one was in cap by something else, creating a soft quad. Being boomed is very difficult to see through, and when you are boomed, all of the common infected just collapse on you, making it difficult for you to move, for you to see, and for you to clear your teammates. And the jockey brought them all the way down, and after that hit, they went from about an 800 health bonus to about a 300 health bonus, and 3 of them were bleeding, which was crucial, because it creates this kind of desperation during the tank. And the tank played very smart as well. You definitely have to give credit to the Psychotics. Their tank play was phenomenal. I mean, it may not seem like much, but the tank going in to get a punch on the only survivor with solid health bonus that was fast really put him on the same level as the rest of the survivors. Very desperate. Slow. The other 3 are bleeding. You can't really maneuver. And the tank was very smart to quickly get out after that, not overcommitting because he had no support to back him up. So he maintained his health bonus, got the car in play, and then committed with 3 SI. Very, very classic tank play and teamwork there from the Psychotics.
Yeah, very impressive work. Hopefully we can see a little bit of the same for the infected team here. They need to pull off some great attacks just like the other team did. They need to keep this game close, and I'm hoping to see some impressive teamwork here because I'd like to see a very close game going into the second map. And Koala, I need to reload. I need more ammo, aka beer. Please, please cover for both of us as I temporarily go AFK to grab more ammunition.
Most definitely. So, definitely like to give a shout out to all the viewers. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you very much for your support. We are doing Team Psychotics versus the Ambitious Fools on Dark Carnival. The Psychotics just wiped Team Ambitious Fools with their tank at about 50% of the map. So, Team Ambitious Fools are sitting at about 200 points, and it is time for Team Psychotics to go. Let's do another roster rundown. We have Team Psychotics with Toxic, Alpha, Happy Guy 49, and Boswick. And then we have Team Ambitious Fools with Mouse, Mia, Gem, and Pirates. Very interested to see what Team Ambitious Fools decides to do with this tank. Granted that they don't get wiped before then, which is pretty unheard of.
Yeah, they pulled off a tremendous amount of damage in a short period of time. All of their attacks really worked in their favor aside from the first attack. But, you know, the first attack really doesn't usually do a whole lot of anything against organized teams. But they pulled off great hits before the tank, and we've got the survivors readying up now, pushing into this first attack, and it looks like we got some action starting at the tree, the place where everybody typically spawns. We've got a smoker and a charger there. Let's see if the infected team is able to pull off an effective hit here from the tree. But you know what? The survivors, they're pushing forward, killing some common infected. I think they're expecting it. They're trying to stay away from that tree right now. They know the infected team is spawning there, and here they come! Here they come! The smoker is pulling! It's not getting clear right away. There's a double
my
out right now
goodness.
with a spit. Holy cow, this is going to be a tremendous amount of damage. Look at this. Just as we were saying before, the infected team pulling off an amazing hit for the very first hit. And that is a great way to start this map off. If they continue this great amount of coordinated attacks, we might see another amazing wipe by the infected team, leading it to map 2 after 2 tank wipes.
Fantastic teamwork, setting up that classic charger spitter with the smoker. Once a victim is smoked, they cannot protect themselves from getting charged.
And we've got another attack going out here.
Oh, the level.
Great amount of damage going on here. An infected just jumping to the stars. I don't know if anybody saw that, but an infected just jumped to the moon. A lot of damage coming out to Ellis right now. This is a great amount of free chip before the tank. We are seeing the exact same thing that we did on the other side. The infected team is doing a tremendous amount of damage, and in fact, the infected is going to have another hit at this bridge. That is 3 hits before the tank. Let's see if we can see a tremendous amount of damage like the other team, where they got their boomed and separation via jockey.
Nice tubing.
And we've got a Tubu coming out right now with a jockey and a charger coming in. The charger does miss, but a jockey does land on a survivor up ahead with a spit, trying to block the survivors from getting clear, but they do. We've got 2 boomed and 2 not boomed, and the charger going for a despawn, but survivors are able to push forward without having to suffer as much damage as the previous team on the previous round.
Most definitely. Team Psychotics are sitting pretty here. They're doing much better than the Ambitious Fools did here at this point of the map. The only exception is Ellis is bleeding.
Yeah, what they need to do is they need to survive this tank, even if it means all 4 survivors are limping. If they survive this tank and push forward and get some points, they will actually go into the lead going into the second match. And the smoker's trying to get a pull to the alarm car. He knows if he gets a hit on the alarm car, they could die. But the smoker does not succeed in the pull. It gets cleared right away, and now the smoker has about 1/3 of its HP. Will this smoke be able to land a pull? It's not looking like it. His hunter pal just gets skeeted out of the sky. Barely even tried. And a charge comes out on the guy in the back. Maya does get cleared instantly, and the boop does get a single boop. There is some insane infected attacks coming on right now, but it is 1 by 1, and the survivors are able to shut everything down relatively quick. We do have a boomer up still. Nope, that's just X-By trolling me. And we do have a smoker still by the alarm car. He's looking hopeful that he might be able to get this pull, but he does not have much HP to be able to get this pull. But if he can get this alarm car to go off, the survivors could be killed. This is an alarm car after all. If you hit the alarm car, chances are you're going to get wiped. So hopefully the survivors are able to pick the smoker off in time. But tell you what, Koala, they have an infected hit up again. Again, another hit's coming in.
Charger!
And the infected attack is getting shut down, but this smoker is still up by this alarm car. Will this smoker be killed, or will he be here the entire game?
You guys keep shooting
Oh,
me.
no.
Oh,
Yes,
the
they
alarm
got
car
it.
gets rid of all of that work. The smoker spent hours and hours prepping for this alarm car hit. And he
Why would they
achieves
start?
it.
Why would they start the tank? They
Oh
just
my
started
goodness.
the alarm. Why would
Right
they
now
start
we have
the
an
tank?
alarm car with the tank spawning. If the tank commits right now and he has a good setup from his partners, this could be a wipe.
I can't understand that decision making. This puts Psychotics at such
is
a
dangerous.
disadvantage for this tank fight. What are they doing?
This is dangerous. They need to get rid of this boom. They need to push in right now with this tank. They could capitalize on this horde coming in right now. That is the best opportunity the tank has, and he is climbing up the ladder. He is looking at this opportunity. He is hungry. He is thirsty, and he wants to kill these survivors. But the survivors are pushing back, and they piled the tank. The tank is piled. That means all the common infected are going to attack the tank. The tank is pushing in right now. He is in the middle of all 4 survivors. He needs to start killing things right now, and his infected need to help him. A charge does land a charge onto Michelle. There is separation, but the tank is not able to land all the punches he needs.
Yes, there you go.
There we go. We're seeing something happen here. The
Gotta
and
land your
that is
punches. Nice,
it.
secure.
That is it. Oh my
That tank
god.
scared me. My heart was racing for a minute there. He just whipped everything he possibly could.
That was looking
Still
bad.
got it in the end.
It looked like they were going to shut this tank down, but he managed to get in and do what he needed to do. That entire tank wipe can be thanked due to that alarm car. Thanks to that smoker for sitting there for days. He
Yeah.
gets the pole, gets the alarm car, tank spawns up, pushes in, and gets the wipe. And right now we're seeing a game that has a 191 point difference to 183. This is turning out to be another close, exciting game.
Absolutely. Got to give credit to that smoker for making the plays happen. Created enough of a distraction and enough fear on the survivor's end to allow a hit to go in and land that solo charge and solo boom. Even though he got chipped, he didn't want to sack because he knew how powerful it would be if he could get the survivors to trigger that alarm. So he just kept backing out, going back in, and still creating that sense of danger. But I don't know why did the survivors go forward and spawn that tank? All they had to do was wait out that horde and then spawn the tank. They still were sitting pretty. They still had quite a bit of health bonus, and a lot of them were fast. I don't understand the decision making there.
Even without the bleed out, I think it might have been an accidental thing. I think somebody on their team probably pushed a little too far forward, got the tank spawn, and it's one of those oh shit, what did I just do situations. It can easily happen. He probably took one step, the tank spawned, and it's like, yo guys, what do I do? And everybody pushed back, and the tank did a great job of committing with that, because with that much horde spawning due to the alarm car, I mean, you just cannot lose. The survivors got common locked super hard, and that allowed the tank to move in and get the wipe. And even with all of the whiffs and all of the missed punches by the tank, with all of that horde coming in from that alarm car, they were able to move in and work together and seal the deal coming into map 2.
We might need these.
We got the infected on the roof, ready to get this first hit.
So right now we've got, let me get my spec HUD up. The infected team has a jockey, spitter, smoker, and a charger. This could be good. If everything can move in and distract him for long enough to get the charge in, this could be some dangerous spin damage. And the charge goes into the safe room. Unfortunately, in the safe room, the spit is not going to spread nearly as dangerously, and the survivors are going to take a minimal amount of damage right now. He's got a smoker hanging out on top of the roof. Go for the solo smoke. Tries to get the in cap, but does not get it because he was by himself and he had no HP. If they would have capitalized on the survivor that was outside the safe room, they could have landed a destructive charge spit and doing a lot of damage, but they did not. The charge went inside the safe room. The survivors are pushing forward, and we've got another attack coming up near this tented area.
For sure. Great focus on the side of Ambitious Fools to get that clear on that jockey before they got charged.
And right now we've got a Boomer Charger Spitter Jockey. We got a 2-2, but don't underestimate the 2-2. I've seen teams wipe to left. So right now, the infected are just waiting for them to come a little bit further forward, but the survivors, they are baiting so hard. They are so hard right now. The infected need to just be patient, wait for the survivors to push forward towards this overhead door. Otherwise, the survivors are just going to push back and let them come at them, which spells disaster because they're going to look at them, they're going to M1 and M2, and the infected is going to get shut down relatively easily.
Ooh,
we got a
charger
charger going in. He wins. He misses. He's hiding by the tents, and there's a solo boom and a solo spin. Will this charger come in and get 30 damage worth of punches? He's coming in after coach. 1, 2, and gets 2 punches. Impressive. That's 20 damage. No, not 20 damage. I'm sorry. 16 because 8 damage per charger punch. The infected team getting a decent amount of chip right here, but Math says X-By. X-By, please. You're so dumb. I've got like a 5.0 GPA. I could beat you at any video game. So the survivors are moving forward right now. The infected are getting another hit up. If
there's
the
trouble with sending in the charger first. You know, it's going to get focused, and you don't give it a chance to get a distraction and land him. He is the most crucial SI in the game besides the tank.
Koala! We've got an attack coming in right now. We've got a smoker jockey charger boomer. This could be bad news. And we've got a charger separation. This charger just charged from 2 miles away but misses. We've got a smoker and a jockey with a ton of separation. There is a ton of damage going on right now. This is only a smoker and jockey show, with both of them by themselves. If you look at their health right now, the smoker and the jockey have just done a tremendous amount of damage by themselves. Who needs anything else? all you need is a smoker and a jockey, and they just did a ton of damage right now.
There's the tank. The tank is up. We got 3 survivors sitting at about 50% of their health bonus, and they're about 2 punches away from getting end cap.
And we've got Happy Guy 49 as the tank. I bet he is happy as hell right now because this tank is going to go for some dumpsters right now. He's going to play with a couple dumpsters. Here's 2 dumpsters. Let's see if he can get both of these in play. If he can get both of these knocked over this building, he is going to have a lot of fun playing here, and he's going to be happy.
Nice
just like
charge
his name
spin.
is doing. Koala, did we just have a charge spit? Holy moly, Rochelle is about to be incapped. 1 HP away from incapacitation from a charge spit, but she does take her pills. A really good amount of damage while the tank is playing with his dumpsters, and the tank right now trying to decide if he wants to climb up, but he's not sure where ladders are at. And the survivors are pushing forward. They want to commit arson on this tank.
That was a fantastic hit by Team Psychotics, but I'm not sure what this tank is doing here. He's putting himself in a really awkward position. The survivors are making
really
great use of it by pressuring him and trying to get chip on him right now. But he's still sitting pretty at about 5,500 HP.
Yeah, Tank's got a tremendous amount of HP. He is going to try to climb up top. No, it was a fake out. He's going to chase after the survivors. He does have a hittable, but it's on the far left. Right now, it is looking grim. He is on second pass with 50%. Yes, the survivors are doing a great job of just avoiding the tank altogether, making
They
him
know
go
that
into...
hittable's in play, and they want no part of it.
Oh my god, the dumpster. But no, it is not in play. The tank is going to have to push in right now with 10%, and he needs to hope to God that he can land some multi-punches, but his boomer gets shut down. There is a pounce on a separated survivor, but it's going to get cleared relatively quick, and this tank is missing all of his punches on Ellis.
Gotta land those.
Holy moly, Ellis is either Jesus or the tank is missing his punches, but the tank is now dead.
Ellis taking tank to the hoedown.
That was a 1v1 with Ellis versus this tank, and Ellis...
Juked. That is the most demoralizing feeling that you can have in competitive Left 4 Dead is when you go in, the hit gets shut down, and you get juked for every punch that you throw.
Oh
that is demoralizing.
Happy Guy is now Sad Guy 49 because he did not do as much as he would have hoped his tank. Very demoralized right now, but you know what? The survivors actually have a lot of damage done to them, and they've got this choke point at the top of the ladder, which could be a ton of damage. We do have a spitter. There is a smoke, but this charge wins. This charge could have killed at least 1 survivor. But right now, the Charger is punching Nick, and that is a lot of health bonus now gone. We have an incapacitated survivor right now going on Nick, aka
They still got
Maya.
the witch coming up.
There's a witch. Are you kidding me? This isn't even fair. But we've got Ellis
go. Ellis,
he's gonna 1v1 this witch. Will he get the 1v1 kill? And he does.
Nice crown.
Wow, incredible crown. But we do have 4 survivors bleeding out. Oh, the survivors, they're going to try to push forward right now to get to this pill cabinet. There could be infinite pills. And if they do get the infinite pills, they can be stocked up to make it to the safe room. So the infected team right now, they need to focus their efforts. They need to stop them before they get to the pill room. And they're trying to come in right now. They get a full separation with 100 DP, but the 100 gets skeeted. Impressive skeet. The smoker does do a good amount of damage to Nick, but he does get cleared after 100 gets skeeted. And the boom isn't coming in. Only gets a single boom. Will Happy Guy 49 with the spit get a clutch no-scope spit? No. Where in God's name did that spit go? It went right below him. Did they deflect it? I don't know. But the survivors are going to push forward into the pill room. And they've got 1 set of pills. 1 set of pills.
Luckily for the Ambitious Fools, that tank missed. That Charger missed on top of the roof. That would have reset the survivors and probably would have led to the wipe.
Really, the infected still stand a really good chance of killing the survivors right now. If they just do a lot of really good coordinated attacks, they can stop them and still play a solid survivor round for themselves and make the comeback. But right now, the survivors, they killed an SI. All we have right now is a smoker and a jockey. Will they go in for the 2-cap? I don't know, but as we saw before, they did commit a lot of damage. And 100 XI! Stop it!
The Psychotics on the infected team are definitely whittling away the Ambitious Fools, but the way that the Ambitious Fools are playing here looks like they're going to make safe room. Even though they have a very small amount of health, they still have Nick sitting at about 95 health right now, even though he's bleeding.
Yeah, even with limping survivors, it is still possible to make this. And all they need to do is shut down these SI attacks. We do have a hit coming in. The Hunter gets M2'd and destroyed, but we do got to pull out Rochelle going for it. She is incapacitated, and the spitter gets skeeted out of the sky. Wow.
We've got 2 incapacitated survivors and only a smoker. Will the smoker get another in cap? He's looking for it, but he gets killed by Nick. The survivors need to get these 2 survivors up right now. Right now, before the infected get their spawns up right now, but it is proving difficult with all these common infected due to this event.
Most definitely.
This is spooky! So spooky, and we've got an infected hit coming in, Koala.
The Charger whiffs.
Did you
Getting some
just
good
see
punches
that?
there.
Ellis just did the matrix on the Charger and dodged it. Right now, Coach is almost dead, and Coach does die. Coach is killed, and these survivors are barely limping along. They've got no HP left, but we still have at least 1 more infected attack. Can they seal the deal before the survivors make it into the safe room? They are all extremely separated right now. We've actually got Ellis all the way in the back. His other team, his survivor buddies are leaving him. They don't even care. They're just trying to make it into the safe room to get as much health points as they possibly can, which is not very much at this point.
Yeah, they're just going for distance there. I mean, Gem was in the back, sitting at 1 HP. There's nothing they could really do.
Yeah, that going for the safe room is about the best they can do. They'll get some extra points because they have 2 survivors make it, but none of them really have much health bonus, so they're only going to get a minimal amount of points. But right now, that is all that they care about, and now they just need to work hard to shut down the other team and stop them before they can make the safe room.
So during that tank, the boomer whiff, the hunter landed, but the most crucial thing that happened there was that the tank missed almost all of his punches. I think he might have landed 1.
Yeah,
but,
I think it might have been 1, and there was 1 in cap during that tank.
I don't know if it's nerves or what was going on there, but you really got to time your punches. You really got to get close to them. You got to expect the jukes. And if you know, it's a little bit of a panic thing that I do. But if I run into a situation where I'm just having a super off day, I can't land any of my punches, I'm not able to land the corner, and I start getting melted like that, and I know that my hit's in, you got to throw the rocks. You got to jump rock. You know that the hit's in. The hit's going to help you. The SI are going to help support you so that they can make enough distraction so you can still get that corner. Because relying on the SI to land, they can still get cleared fairly easy. But if you can land that rock on a survivor that's close enough to you that you can maybe hit him, but you're just missing all of those punches, you can't quite get there. Throwing the rock allows you to create some static situation. They get hit by the rock, take a large chunk of their life, they go static, then you can follow up with the punches and hopefully finish that down.
Yeah, you gotta get those curve rocks. Curve rocks do maximum amount of damage. But you know what? If you don't have a hittable in play, you don't have a boom that lands, that tank is going to feel desperate, and that's exactly what we saw. The hittable was out of play. The boomer got shut down, so the tank was just going in and trying to get as much as he could. But Survivor's pushing out of the safe room right now. We've got a really good attack here. Charger, Jockey, Smoker, Spitter. Will they be able to land this spit charge? That's what they need to do, and they need to not do what the other team did. They need to charge outside of the safe room. But holy cow, we've got confirmed baiting by the survivors. We've got Ellis outside just looking up. He's just sitting there. He's waiting. He's begging them to come down onto him because his teammates are ready to clear him instantly. We might see a 3-hour bait right now, so everybody buckle the fuck up because you better have some popcorn and Mountain Dew ready. We might be here for a long time. This could be the most epic bait we've seen all season in this tournament. Ellis right now just waiting for it, trying to get the chip. Holy cow, this is SIBO all over again. Ellis played by Alpha. Oh, they all rush out. The survivors, they baited for days, and they shut down this hit super fast. The Spitter hoping to come in to get a solo no-scope spit, but you know what? The survivors shut everything down already. The survivors the infected didn't even stand a chance.
It's a very slight thing, but I got to mention there that they intentionally left the smoker to be last to be cleared. The smoker is the least damaging SI in that situation, and it shows a bit of class for them to have that kind of focus. Also, you got to give credit to and the Ambitious Fools during that tank. They were the ones who created the positioning, which forced the tank to do a little bit of a ring around the rosy, tunneling the hittable, and then having to double back because the survivors push forward. Very smart play from Ambitious Fools.
Oh my goodness, I hope you have your glasses on right now. The survivors right now are just sidestepping all of the SI. The SI all came in together, but the survivors are just moving back and forth, and the infected cannot land anything.
Weapons
The boomer
over here.
managed to get a boom on a single guy,
Reloading.
but the survivors were not deterred by that boom, and they just sidestepped the infected, killed everything. We do have another boom going in. We've got a 2-boom going right now. Will the survivors push in with maybe possibly a charged spit? They do have a charged spit. Here it comes. Here it comes. We might see a tremendous amount of
Jeez.
damage on Rochelle. She takes a ton of damage. She is at 50% of lead. And this jockey's coming in at the last second, getting the last damage points. Wow. The infected team making up for the first 2 attacks to get a tremendous amount of damage on Coach and Rochelle. The only black players in the game. Coincidence? I don't think so. But right now, the survivors pushing forward. They need to brace themselves because we have another infected
Holy
hit
shit,
coming up,
guys.
and they need to shut this down before the tank comes in.
With guns and a comprehensive grasp of every square word.
Looks like they're just sacking the hit here, trying to get optimally what they want during this tank fight.
Yeah, it looks like the tank's not even going to go for dumpsters right now. He's actually going to go as close as he can. Jeff currently playing the tank. He might just try to get within close proximity to throw rocks. He is not deciding to waste his rage on any hittables right now. You know what? This isn't necessarily a bad play because even if you spend half your rage trying to get hittables, sometimes, or even most of the time, the hittables are out of play. So right now he's deciding to position himself so he can probably play a rock tank, which is not a bad idea. He is on first pass still with 25%. He might try to throw rocks with his SI. I agree with this 100% because hittables are not the most reliable.
Reloading.
And its infected team is trying to go in. Hunter gets skeeted ASAP. Jockey gets demolished by an M2, and this Charger is by himself. He charges into a tent and then gets demolished. This
Tank in the hands of Gem, and sitting at 25% rage, still on his first pass. He has about 5k health.
Wow.
Hey, keep
The
shooting.
tank's taking a decent amount of chip. Infected hit is down. They do have a boom. If they can land a really good boom, I think the tank should push in right now because he has no hittables. The survivors are in an open area, and if you want to even attempt to pull off any good damage points to the survivors, you're going to hope that they are common locked. That is all that you can hope for right now.
Smart play by Gem here, just going in, getting hits, allowing his teammates to do some damage, relying on his teammates here to get some more chip. It'll eventually make for an easier wipe for this tank. Granted, he does not go AI or take tons of chip here, and he's still at about 4,800 health, which is very, very good.
Yeah, he did land a rock. Not a tremendous amount of damage going out here, but he did land a rock, keeping him on his second pass. But he's going to need to do a whole lot more damage right here if
Survivors
he
are
wants
running
to end
back.
this team. And the survivors, I think this is a fake out. It is a fake out. The survivors push back, but now they're moving forward. The tank going for a rock. Will he land it? He does not. His team needs to get in right now because this tank is hungry for a rock. But nothing is
Nice
quite
rock.
landing right now. He got a rock. He's still on second pass. This might be another rock. Here it comes. Missile launch, but no.
Reloading.
Miss it. This tank is doing an alright job. He's taking about 1/3 damage almost, and he is still trying to play this as long as possible with 95% on the second pass.
What the tank is doing here is very important to note. It's an acceptable loss to take a as minimal as possible amount of chip. That's sometimes a lot easier said than done, but still allowing his team to support him and be part of this tank fight as opposed to just committing and relying on an all-star move from the tank. These hits are landing. He's still at second pass, but he's sitting at about 4k now. He's slowly getting whittled away, but as you can see, Rochelle is bleeding. They only have 3 pills now, and Coach is also slow.
Yeah, they're going to need to commit with this last hit unless they can land a miracle rock because the tank is currently at 50% health and is waiting for his spawns to get up. He is going to need to commit with this or this tank could possibly go AI, and the survivors are doing a good job of rotating this tank so we cannot keep LOS for days.
Very important to mention, they are rotating and trying to maintain LOS, which means that they are trying to prevent the tank from being able to see them.
Oh, and the survivors are getting hurt right now by these infected attacks. The tank is still at 50% throwing rocks. They are still trying to play this tank as long as possible to bleed these survivors out and do as much damage as possible before he commits, but the tank is under 50% health right now, sitting at 45%, 2,690 HP at 45% frustration. This tank is going to be desperate for a rock right now. He needs his infected team to land something, or he needs to commit with his SI right now.
Reloading. Right.
Oh, we got a
Nice
single boom,
boom.
baby! And here comes a rock. Missile deployed. Does he land it? He doesn't. He barely misses. This tank needs a rock. He is super thirsty for rock. He lands a rock. on
Nice.
Alpha, the only boom survivor. This tank is going to be long. This is good. This is good. And we've almost got another rock going out. This tank needs to continue to mitigate damage as much as possible and land these rocks. And he's doing a great job of staying alive just enough to make these survivors lose more and more HP with each attack.
Team Psychotics is doing everything that they possibly can to rotate this tank out of line of sight so that they can force him to go AI. They're trying to shut down these hits. They're trying to skeet these rocks. But Team Ambitious Fools showing that it's, you know, about just whittling them down. Creating this
they're wanting
situation
to
where
play
they
this
have
tank as long as
all
possible.
the opportunities to just keep sending the hits in, sending the hits in, sending the hits in. And Team Psychotics are not able to shut down these rocks. They're not able to shut down these hits. And as a result, Gem and Ambitious Fools are able to play what seems like a 5-minute, 8-minute tank here. And we have everyone on Team Psychotics, on the Survivors team, are slow. We only have 2 pills in. Nick just went down. This is looking like the wipe here, Kilatoy.
Yeah, this is desperation on the survivors' part. They were trying to push forward because they didn't want to play this tank for days. But right now, the infected hit coming in, getting 3 incapacitated survivors, and the tank has only got 1 survivor left. Will he win the 1v1 against Ellis? He does have a melee weapon. He does.
Very,
Ellis
very, very
almost
nice.
getting the kill on the tank. Wow. Impressive work by the infected team. Koala, this is turning out to be another intense game. Look at the scores right now, and we're going into map 3 with only 693 points against 413. No one's even gotten close to 1,000 points yet, and we're on the fucking coaster. The coaster, Koala. The
Coaster is brutal. I hate rides. I hate really, really scary rides. Like, you know, I just don't like them anymore. As a kid, I loved them. I was excited about them. Now, I just want to go home. I just want to watch a soap opera, or I want to watch some cats on YouTube, and I just want to go to sleep. I don't like roller coasters, Kilatoy. Don't ever invite me to Magic Mountain.
This is a map that's dangerous for survivors because they're scared of the freaking roller coaster too. That is an area that the survivors take a lot of damage from because they're so spooked from the roller coaster and they're so spooked from all the infected that come in. It is just the worst experience that you could possibly have. This is map 3. This is map 3, round 4 of the MavWar tournament, and right now we're seeing 693 points to 413 going into the third map. This is insane. Both teams are just beating each other up. They're beating and beating and beating. And right now, this is the map that one of these teams needs to capitalize because this is the map that they can make a serious comeback on. If one of these teams can shut down the other team and make the coaster, that is what they want. They need to go into map 4 with a solid point spread because right now we're seeing only about 200 points separating both of these teams from taking home the trophy.
And with a tank spawning at 26%, both teams might not be able to make it to the illustrious coaster. That would just be sad.
And right now, I need to take a quick restroom break. Koala, make sure they don't leave the... Oh, they're leaving the same room. I don't know what
You gotta
to do.
hold it, buddy. You gotta hold it.
No, I'm holding it. Everybody watching, I am currently holding my bladder. This could prove devastating for me. Will I win the 1v1 against both of these teams when it comes to my bladder? I don't know. And the boomer gets shut down. They were trying to get a super sneaky early boom. They're probably going to wait for a spitter.
I got your back, Kilatoy. Just
You got
go.
my
Do
back?
what you must.
You got
Do
my
what
back?
you
Give it a
must.
stretch.
Nature's
No,
calling.
I'm holding it. I'm doing it. I'm going to win this
refuse the
game.
call.
I want
Ace
to win
Ventura.
this game.
Ace Ventura
Ace
and
Ventura
Florzy.
ain't got nothing on me. I'm holding out. I can do this. I never lose a 1v1 against my bladder. And right now, the infected team waiting for a perfect hit for this tight corridor. And they have the perfect hit. They've got a hunter, charger, jockey, spitter. This is going to be dangerous. The survivors need to play absolutely careful right now because if the infected have their way, they could get an in cap on this attack.
Team Psychotics on the infected side decided to sack the boomer so that they could get a spitter here. Considering that they have 3 end cappers, if you sack a boomer or spitter, you are guaranteed to get the other.
And
So
right
they're looking
now,
for a good charge spit
survivors-
here.
Everybody, breathe. The survivors are creeping super slow. They're ghosting. They don't want to get killed by this hit. They can feel it. They can feel it. They've got goosebumps. Their hair on their arms is sticking up. They can feel the intensity of this attack. So they're going super slow. With a
Goose
hunter
pimples.
being spooky in the back. Koala, this hunter is just jumping around being spooky. What are the survivors going to do?
He's
They
making
should
noise.
kill this hunter. You're absolutely right. He's making so much noise. He can't even get a DP in this current area. But he's jumping around freely as the survivors slowly ghost forward. They're trying to get
Hunter-
this tank spawned.
Hunter, much like Scout in TF2, wants to be as distracting and as annoying as possible.
Oh! Where's the
spit miss.
charger? We saw a momentary double cap with the spit coming in, but the charger, he must have died?
That Hunter got in a bit late. Charger whiff must have landed and got cleared quickly. Now we're coming up to the tank. The tank should be spawning pretty soon.
Yeah, the survivors shut down that first 2 hits.
Yeah, Team
I'm
Ambitious
sorry,
Fools
1.5.
playing very tight.
They're so tight right now. So tight, I can't even explain it.
Toy
But they've
like
got
a toy
another
guy.
hit. They toy like a toy guy.
Let's try the
And the
maintenance
tank is
room.
up. They're going to push back because they have spawns up. But the infected team need to hold them off right here. If they can keep them in this hallway, the tank can push in and do a tremendous amount of damage. And here they come. We got a 2-boom and a
that's
pole
brutal.
coming in. But the pole gets cut.
This could
Pole
be a
gets
commit
cut.
from the tank.
Koala, do you think this is going to be a commit?
It could be.
This could be. The tank is staring at him. He's chasing. He's chasing.
No,
he's
they're
chasing.
out. They're home
They
free.
are out of there. Nike's on lock. And even though there's 2-boom survivors
Okay.
and smoke coming in, the tank is...
Whoa,
the tank
he's
is
going in.
by
Oh, he
himself.
gets coached.
Are you kidding me?
He's gonna get the corner here.
Koala,
This is
a
huge.
solo tank. This
This is huge.
Oh my
Tank's
God,
at
this is
3K.
so
Tank's at
quick.
3K.
Tank right now gets one in cap. He's going for another on Nick. The other 2 survivors are super
He got the corner
separated
on
right
Nick.
now. So we've got a pull. Will this jockey
This looks
get
like
the
the
jock
wipe.
on Ellen? He gets the kill on the jockey, but right now we've got 2 cap survivors. The tank is about to commit kill on Rochelle. There's only a 1v2 going on right now. We've got Rochelle and Ellis. They need to fight this tank. They are
Tank's
by
only
themselves.
sitting at 1,500 points.
Wall,
1,500
gonna have a
HP.
heart attack. This is so intense.
I can't believe they killed Coach. That was miraculous. I mean, you can say all you want. You never want to commit the tank without SI. But the tank had the presence of mind. He said, okay, I know my SI is going to be up. I see that they're taking their sweet time getting back. He landed the punch on Coach, created the separation, got the down, and I was looking for the wipe here. Oh, the 2-cap lands. Just finish her off, finish her off.
God. We have just seen incredible play by the infected team. Who is this tank right now?
Clutch
Who is
or
this
kick,
tank?
clutch or kick.
The tank.
That's
Pushed
exactly
in.
what they needed. That's exactly what we
Oh
needed
my
to see here.
God.
After that tank last map, playing like an 8-minute rock tank, showing how clutch the tank can be. The decision making from this tank, from Boswick, going in without support, knowing that it would be staggered and coming up behind him. He saw an opportunity to get a punch on Coach and then finished up very quickly with that corner and that in cap. He created that space for the wipe to happen. It was brilliant play by Boswick.
Koala, that was incredible play by the infected team. They did exactly what they needed to do. They pushed in when
This
the
is the most
survivors
relaxing
least
safe room I've
expected
ever been
it.
in.
They did not expect the tank to push in by himself while they were out in the middle of the heart-shaped room. Wow, are you kidding me? They were like super spooked. If the tank did not push in, the survivors could have held down the safe room and just M1 the tank down below 50% HP before he committed. But the tank said, no, I'm not having any of that. And he pushed in when they didn't expect it. Got an early in cap. Got another in cap. Then it was a 1v2 situation with SI up, and they ended up getting the kills on the survivor. Impressive work by the infected team.
Very
Right
clutch.
now, the current infected team needs. They need Koala. Don't misunderstand me. They need to do exactly what they did. They need to shut down the survivors. I am hoping they do. Holy cow, this game is super close.
We're watching
And
the
we
same
gotta-
play here from the Psychotics. The Psychotics sacked the Boomer, and now we're looking at Ambitious Fools sack the Boomer here as well. So again, because the Ambitious Fools have 3 end cappers, they know that if they sack the Boomer, they are guaranteed to get a spitter, and that is going to optimize their damage here on this next hit.
Wow.
I don't know, Killatoy. If I'm the Ambitious Fools, if I'm the Psychotics here, the Survivor team, I'm looking to push forward. I'm looking to shut down a hit, bait a little bit earlier, in the tunnels and see if we can shut down a hit and push forward, possibly make it into that room and create some kind of situation where we can just melt the tank. If we shut down the hit, if we're not able to shut down the hit, we got to run back.
Yeah, the only way that can work is if there's no hit, they can actually push into that large room with the tank. But it can still be very tricky if there's a lot of common infected up right now. So the survivors are going to push slowly forward through this tunnel. The infected team does have a super spooky hit. They've got a Charger Hunter Spitter Jockey. That can lead to a tremendous amount of damage. And they're going to go in right now. They're not going to let them bait for days. They're moving in right now with the infected. They cannot leave.
Oh, in the spit. God frames, please.
Oh my goodness, the survivors. They were caught off guard. They were trying to bait super hard, and the infected team wanted to push in
I gotta
super
backtrack
hard.
here. I gotta backtrack. I have to make a note of what Boswick did. He had no support. Had he not have gotten that punch on Coach, he would have eaten like 3,000 damage for his troubles, and he would have gotten melted clean.
3,000 damage. You heard it here from Koala. Wow, that number is huge.
It is.
Right now, the survivors are pushing forward. The infected have another hit. Will they hit now, or will they wait for the tank? They should wait for the tank so the survivors cannot push into the room. They should wait for the move back. But no, they try to push the boomer in to get a boom, but he gets shut down. Impressive shutdown by the survivors. Right now, the infected should just hold their spawns, wait for the tank to spawn, because the survivors are going to be forced to push back. And if they can get a really good attack here, the tank could push in and get the white.
Ambitious fools do not want the survivors to be able to push in here. So they're holding the hit. They're opting to hold the hit.
Could this be an ultimate hit? No!
Charger
Everything
whiffs.
gets shut down super fast, but we do have a Hunter. Could he land a DP? No!
This boom could
He's
be
not
huge.
even pounced anymore. Koala, this Hunter
You
gave
can almost
up,
call
and the
this the
tank is
Cement
now
River,
pushing
Ellis.
forward with a pre-spawn
Yeah,
Hunter.
very funny.
Will this Hunter get himself killed, or will he run after the survivors he's chasing right now? The
Looks
tank
like a bot
should
Hunter.
probably just push in right now because he won't take that much damage. They're all in the safe room. He should push right now. He won't take any damage, but he's actually waiting for SI.
We are
He
looking at
hesitated.
Tank 101 here. This is the classic scenario. The tank's job is to go in, land a corner, get the in cap, spend like 3k health to make it happen, and then send in the 3 cap right behind him. Let's see if he can do it without getting melted here.
Wallen, the tank has a ton of HP right now. He has all the opportunity in the world to kill this team. So far, the tank has a tremendous amount of HP left right now. The survivors are extremely distracted by the SI. But the tank is currently by himself with 2 survivors left.
Uh-oh.
He does get a punch on Nick. Will he land the punch on Rochelle? No, Rochelle died.
Oh, you
and
can't
dodges
miss those.
another punch. Wow.
Come on.
The
So
infected team.
I saw the SI going a little bit early there. You want to give the tank some time, and I know he's getting melted. When you go into that room in that situation, you have to accept the fact that you are going to get shot in the face for at least 3k coming in. It's very, very close. So now it puts the Psychotics in prime position to take the lead here. As long as they can make it past this drop, coming up past this room, with the little swans here. If they can take this drop successfully, looks like they're going to take the lead on this map.
Trying to walk this off.
We are seeing some really smart decision making and some very high quality play here.
Hunter!
Look out!
Go! Incoming! Ow! Move!
Reloading.
Kill it, toy. Did you give into your bladder? Did you do it? Nature calls. So we got the survivors here, sitting pretty. They are all fast. We do have 3 bleeding, 1 set of pills, but they're all fast. So in terms of the game state, it's as if they have full HP. They are able to maneuver out of the way from SI. We got a 3 boom going down. Chargers coming in from behind. Get some punches on the Godframe. Stumbles. Some moderate damage, but they're looking pretty good here. Team Psychotics looking good to take this drop. If they can clear this common quick enough, they can just take this drop.
Hey!
Holy cow, Koala, I just won that 1v1 with the toilet. I didn't even break a sweat. That was the easiest fight I've ever did. And right now, the survivors, aka Team Psychotics, pushing forward right now after shutting down this tank. This This is what they need right now. They are making all the points back that they need. If they can make another 200 points, they will be sitting in the
Successful
lead.
drop.
And right now we have no more pills, but the infected team coming in with the solo spit, trying to get the no-scope, doesn't land the no-scope. Will the infected commit arson on these survivors? They need to get as much damage points as possible. Then we got a triple boom with the boom, stumbles the jockey. Jockey still lands on the survivor, Ellis. Ellis almost getting incapacitated by that jockey. That jockey
Team
was humping
Ambitious
his face
Fools
so
is
hard.
staggered here. They are going in one by one. It looks like they're just going to be content to set up for the coaster here. It looks like they've accepted the fact that they're going to make distance.
Wow! Wow,
Reloading
we've got
here.
810 to 632.
Oh, but wait, they got a charger and a
Psychotics
spitter.
are coming back. But we got a charge and a spitter. This could be a charge and a spit because if we have a charger and a spitter, but the smoker gets killed. If we can see a 6 spit right now, if this spitter can land an amazing spit, this could be a ton of damage. And the spit's coming in right now. He goes for the no-scope. Ellis is doomed. He needs to hurry up. But no, Ellis gets killed. Oh my goodness! Ellis was trying desperately to get out of that spit, but he was getting common locked. Happy Guy 49 gets incapacitated by that spitter, and Gem, the spitter, is still up. He's coming in for another one. Holy moly! And we've got another victim, another person incapacitated.
Great
by the
damage
spitter.
going down here. But
Holy crap!
Rochelle is still sitting at about 70% HP, solid HP, which is really good for the survivors here.
This is the survivors. They need to keep going for points right now because they need to close this gap as much as possible. But this spitter was not allowing them to do that very easily. Right now, we've got all 4 survivors barely limping along. Alpha, the only permanent health bonus right now, is.
So as we were talking about
yes,
this coaster,
yes.
I am afraid of coasters. I do not like giant coasters. You put me on the teacups, I am happy as a clam. I don't even know where that phrase came from,
Are you
but
kidding me?
happy as a clam.
This coaster's so scary.
It is the most scary hit
And we've got
on
an
this
in-cap
map.
coming on to Nick Boswick. The jockey moves in, gets the in-cap and runs away, but we got a 2 move. Will this charger do anything? No, he charges into a wall.
They're not even in line yet. We might not even get to the coaster.
Holy cow, we've got a charger and a
The
spitter.
separation, Killer Toy. The separation.
This should be illegal, Koala. There's so much separation right now.
Dangerous.
We got 2 boom.
Nice
They're
soft
getting
quad.
common locked, and we've got a charger and a smoker. No, I'm sorry. A smoker and a jockey killing 2 survivors. The only person left for Rochelle, aka Alpha. He's hoping for the one before. He kills the
Vicious.
smoker. Will he get the M2 on the hunter? Here it comes. He's going for the M2 with his guitar. Will he land it? No. The spitter's coming in. He killed the jockey and
Not
the
enough
spitter.
M2. Not enough M2.
He got melee fatigued and the hunter landed the pounce. Oh, Rochelle didn't stand a chance. Melee fatigue not allowing Rochelle to get the win. Oh
Team
my goodness.
Psychotics not able to make it past the coaster, but creating a huge shift in points here, making 265 distance points, while Team Ambitious Fools got 117 for this map. That's what we need to see next map as well. They can very much come back to win this game.
We're going into map 4 with a score of 810 to 678. Holy moly. The Ambitious Fools right now in the lead with 810 points to 678 by the Psychotics. This is ridiculous, Koala. We're on map 4 right now out of 5 maps, and we haven't even surpassed 900 points.
Reloading.
It's a very close game. And all because the tank couldn't wipe in
Reloading.
the safe room. Now the tank missed 2 crucial punches at the end of that sequence during their commit, and that could have spelled the difference between the wipe and letting them get 260 points for that map. It's huge.
Yeah,
Huge.
they were so close. They were grasping at straws. They were trying so desperately to bridge this gap, but they were unable to do so. The infected team doing a great job of shutting down the survivors. And right now we're seeing a point spread of 810 to 678. This is what it comes down to. Map 4. We need to see the Psychotics do some amazing work here so that they can make a comeback on this map.
Clutch or kick, that's the rule of the game. They just need to
Yes.
get some really clutch tank play here, again, and then they can go ahead and get some distance, maybe even make it with some health bonus, and put it out of reach for the Ambitious Fools. This is a good map to do it.
Koala, if the infected team, the Psychotics, do not wipe on this first hit, with a Charger, Jockey, Boomer, and something else. I am going to DDoS this server out of range because they need to do some amazing cooperative infected attacks here, and if they cannot pull it off on this first hit, by God, I'm DDoSing all of them.
You heard it first here, folks. The DDoS is incoming.
I'm about to drop bombs, baby! And we've got a Charger, Jockey, Boomer, Smoker.
Nice pull.
Here it comes! We got the solo move, the charge gets a charge onto the boom guy, where's the jockey? Here he comes. Will he get the kill? No! Holy crap, Nick gave the crap out of the jockey. And the survivors doing a great job of shutting down this attack. They just shut everything down. Gem, aka Ellis, taking a good amount of damage right there, but still, survivors are pushing strong. The infected attack did not wipe them. I am about to commit DDoS on this server.
That was a solid survivor play, shutting down that hit, providing minimal damage onto Ellis there. That was really good. That could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, they did a great job of shutting down that infected hit. If you look at them right now, they are super focused. They are super focused. They are M1ing and M2ing so hard right now. And the infected team, the Charger, Happy Guy 49, the Charger is pre-spawned outside of this room. He is trying to scare the survivor, but they don't have a spitter.
I smell a Rocky montage coming on.
This could be a Rocky montage. This Charger needs to hide. He's taking too much damage. He needs to wait for them to come outside. He's taking so much damage right now.
Some very masterful baiting going on here by the survivors.
Ooh, whammy! This could be, the survivors, if they pushed right now and rushed to the Charger, they could kill the Charger, crippling this attack. And right now, the Smoker is taking a ton of damage too. He gets killed, and the Charger comes and he charges the shelf. What was he doing? He charged the shelf, but the shelf didn't move, and he gets killed. And all we have right now is a Hunter trying to go for a DP, and a Boomer desperately looking for a boom. But right now, there's only 2 up against 4 survivors, and right now they're just going to sit and wait for their infected team to come back up because
it ain't pretty, but man is it effective.
What?
See that very solid bait, but that doesn't change the fact that the survivors are now quad boom.
We just saw a quad boom. That Boomer
oh, the damages.
And right now we've got a jockey separating a survivor. Nick is now jockey for days. He is going forward, and all of the survivors are blind right now. They cannot clear him in time. This could be an in cap. This is an in cap. Jockey gets an in cap. These survivors right now are scrambling. They're like, what the heck? This jockey just killed me.
Team Psychotics saying you guys can bait Back to the Future. We are still going to land quad booms and make plays. What a large amount of damage going down.
Tremendous amount of damage right now. If you look at their health,
that's like 200 damage.
This
off
is
that one hit.
Damage. And another boom coming in, getting a proxy boom on 2 survivors. Their HP is suffering right now. This is before the tank. We still haven't even seen a tank fall. But the Smoker gets a pull. He's hanging. He is
oh my goodness.
But Gem,
Nick is still down.
This could be a kill on Maya. Nick is still down. He's receiving a ton of damage right now. There's a spit trying to delay it. This could be a kill.
Wow.
Can you stop shooting me?
Wowzers. I'm speechless right now.
I'm not a numbers guy, but that's easily 400 points of damage going down there.
And we've got a witch and a tank with 2 bleeding survivors and 2 survivors with low HP. This is bad news bears. But Gem gets the kill on the witch.
A very important draw crowd.
That was a game-changing event right there. It's a good thing he landed that, or else the survivors would be sitting pretty bad.
They're making it look easy, but man, when you don't get those, the game looks a whole lot different.
This is incredible. The infected team dishing out a ton of damage. There's only 2 pills, 2 bleeding survivors, and 2 survivors with low bars on the HP meter. And crap, Ola, the tank is spawned. You thought it was crazy. It just got even crazier. A tank is now climbing on top of this roof. The survivors need to focus right now, because if they do not focus, this tank is going to go crazy.
Team Psychotics really turning the tide here. I mean, Ambitious Fools showing how masterful they are at baiting that hit, shutting down the Smoker, shutting down the Charger, but they could not deny Team Psychotics that quad boom. Then, as spawns came back up, they got the Jockey, they got the Hunter in, they got the Smoker in. Uh-oh, they're sending in the hit right now with,
is this
with the tank.
Rock tank? Holy crap!
It is a rock
lands
tank.
rocket runs away. We're seeing a rock tank played by Tox, but right now he has no SI in the
Oh,
survivors
muy
are pushing
dangeroso.
him. Tox needs to run. He needs to run or commit. Fight or flight. He's taking a ton of chip right now.
Yeah,
Run,
he is.
baby, run! And good job by the tank played by Tox. He gets out just in time before the survivors do too much chip. They did
very
get a good
safe.
amount of damage right now, but they
Very
do
safe
have
to
them all.
do.
Koala,
I mean,
they are safe.
They
Question.
know that the ambitious fools are low. They know that they're going to be slow. They're just going to turn this into a game of attrition. They're going to go in, get the
Tank
hits,
is playing
cause enough
rock
distraction to
tank.
land
Are
those
you
rocks and just
kidding
get
me?
out. Continuing to whittle them away. Talk says, I know you guys are bleeding. I know I got 6k health. What are you going to do about it?
I'm gonna play rock tank even though you're in a room, even though I've got spawns up, even though you guys are limping. I'm just gonna throw rocks for days. This is my kind of strategy. Throw rocks regardless of the situation. Even if that survivors have 1 HP, all 4 of them, throw rocks, fuck it. And this tank right now is not committing, even though these survivors are pushing forward into a dangerous section with no HP.
The reason why it's safer is because if the tank just goes in and the survivors show some, like, you know, immaculate kind of shutdown, the tank is left alone to potentially get 1 in cap. But by doing it like this, he forces all of the survivors to be slow in this situation, and the only person fast was Gem. That way, the survivors cannot contest, they cannot vie for better positioning, and it makes it so much easier for the tank to get this wipe here. Very smart stuff.
Wow. Impressive infected play by the Psychotics, going psycho on the survivors. Look at the scores right now. We're seeing 1252 to 678. The
That was a nutty boom.
That boom was all kinds of nutty. He just nutted all over the survivors. But this is exactly what the Psychotics wanted.
You caught me off guard there.
Yes, I did.
I was
caught
thinking
both of
more
us
on
off
the
guard.
Snickers level.
Hey, I'm reloading.
Wow, Snickerdoodle. And Psychotics right now playing on Survivor side. This is looking good for them. If they can push through, if they can kill this tank, this could be the map they've been waiting for all game to make a ridiculous comeback.
Absolutely.
Koala,
I mean,
Koala.
After all the masterful baiting that went on from Team Ambitious Fools, they still ate that delicious quad boom, setting up an opportunity for the Psychotics to get their spawns back and dish out around 400 damage to the survivors, allowing space for Tox to make the decision to go in for Rock Tank. So now they have that wipe secured. Now all they have to do is melt that tank, make it further distance, potentially make the safe room, and they are going to be sitting on the lead here.
Koala, this is the moment of truth. This is map 4. This is the Psychotics' chance to make the comeback we've all been waiting for. Wow. Wow. We need to see some MLG gameplay by the Psychotics on Survivor side right now. They need to shut these attacks down. I am hoping that they shut these first attacks down, get to the tank, they lay the smack down, they get the no scopes, and they push forward to the safe room, because if they do, we're going to see this game come down to finale. The finale, Dark Carnival, is, wow, what a long finale, but this could be
100%.
the finale.
I laid it all out there. I mean, the game plan sounds easy enough, right? You know, make it to the tank, melt the tank, make it further than they did, get some health bonus in, you're winning the game. But that doesn't account for every single hit that needs to be micromanaged perfectly here so that they can maintain their HB so that they don't suffer the same fate that Team Ambitious Fools did during that tank, getting whittled away.
And the survivors pushing out. They're going super hard right now. They're just pushing out without any notice. And they're shutting down all the attacks. But wait, we've got a double boom. Does this mean danger for the survivors? No. They are no-scoping these common infected right now. They are working together. They are trying to make this map. But what's Rochelle doing? She's getting greedy. She wants the deagle all to herself. She grabs the deagle. Wow. Didn't even care about killing the common infected on her teammate. She wanted the deagle. Talk about greed. But right now, these survivors need to prank the infected team really hard. They need to commit
shutdown.
the most intense of pranks because they want to win this map. And the infected team, they're trying to decide right now, do they want to attack now or wait for them to come outside? They are
waiting for this choke point.
They've got a charger and a spitter. This is bad news. The survivors need to run away. And they knew. They foresaw what the infected team was up to. And they avoided taking a tremendous amount of damage. They did take chip. Oh, Coach gets the M2 on the Hunter. Coach was separated. The Hunter tried to capitalize, but Coach, aka Boswick,
That was the
gets
M2 of
murder.
Destiny. If
He
that
got
M2
the
didn't
M2.
happen, there was spit down, all that Mountain Dew. Oh man, there's no way that the other survivors could have gotten a Coach to clear him, and he would have taken a chunk of
That
damage.
could have been close to an in cap, but fortunately, Coach landed his clutch M2, and that's all it took to make that attack do less damage than it could have.
This
But
is
right
so
now,
crucial.
the
Jen making it
infected
look easy last round, getting that free draw crown. But if the survivors fail this draw crown, in capping one of them, that only leaves 3 of them up to help each other. Team Ambitious Fools does have a tri-cap here. If they fail the Witch Crown, they could secure the wipe right now and completely shutting the door on the Team Psychotics' hope for making a comeback this round.
See that bitch?
We might see the ultimate bait right now. They're trying to get this witch, but they are sneaking back and forth, back and forth. Oh, the jockey tries to cock block the witch. The witch is spooked, but the survivors run away. They are not ready to handle this witch. But we've got a charge separation on Happy Guy. Happy Guy's
alright.
not very happy right now because he gets charged. Oh my goodness, Happy Guy taking a ton of damage.
That is a lot of
The
damage.
spitter's still up. And the smoker. Smoker gets
Oh,
the
no.
kill on Coach.
Not like this.
What?
Not like this.
Wall up.
Good clears, good
This
clears.
is dangerous.
Oh my goodness.
We just saw a smoker pull towards the witch. The witch gets the in-cap on Coach, and we see a boomer getting a triple, leading into a quad boom. Survivors are taking so much damage right now. Boswick, aka Couch, almost getting killed. And right now, they are just barely hanging on. The infected team doing a great amount of damage here. They need to keep this up before tank. They are just keeping the game in their favor right now.
Oh my goodness.
And this is attack after attack. Look at this damage right
Okay,
now.
this is really good infected play. So the infected side kind of has this mystery to it. It's like, well, how do you get the best hits? How do you get the most damage in? Team Ambitious Fools showing the presence of mind to be proactive and reactive. As opposed to just planning out every hit. You know, typically you want to get the Hunter, the Charger in second, you know, maybe the Hunter, the Jockey, the Smoker in first to create the distraction for the Charger, and everything kind of gets set. And when you kind of wait for these plays and they get shut down, you kind of don't know what to do. After the Witch was triggered, the Charger pre-spawned, you know, was focused on the other 3 survivors, turned back, went for Ellis, landed that charge. Then the Boomer and the Smoker repositioned themselves so that they could make a play on the Witch.
Koala,
That shows each individual person on Ambitious Fools making, you know, their own decisions, being in the moment, and making the right plays to get that Witch to in-cap the survivor that was going to draw it. It's very, very crucial.
Thank you for sharing that wisdom. You are 100% correct. That was a detailed play, and holy cow, it worked in the infected's favor. But right now, this tank is so triggered. He's saying, hey, why isn't the survivors dead already? I am so angry. I'm going to push in because you're sexist. And wow, the tank's pushing in right now.
He's fully committing.
Triggered. This tank would kill the survivors. We've got a tank
Oh my
pushing
goodness.
in right now. A charge, landing on Coach, getting the kill. Happy
Nice.
Guy getting punched in the mouth. Tank is going crazy right now.
Oh, this is looking
tank
like a
has
wipe
so
here.
much HP. We've got a Mayan tank coming in right now. This is not looking good. We've only got 2 survivors left. Nick's about to be incapacitated, and we've only got 1 survivor up with a 50% health tank. And this is going to be all she wrote. This tank was so triggered right now. Could not stand the fact that survivors survived the witch. And right now,
That was
the
amazing.
infected team. Wow, Maya
Some help.
killed the survivors.
When you
That
think
trigger-
about a good tank, a tank that doesn't miss his punches, a tank that doesn't steal targets, that's what you got right there. Tank went in, trusted his support, got the corner immediately, had the presence of mind to switch over to the Charger victim. Once the Charger got cleared, he got the first in-cap on Ellis, then switched over to Nick, and just one by one took every survivor down. Really, really strong tank play. Not missing any punches. Oh man.
Yes. I am personally voting Maya MVP of this this game. That was the clutch wipe that they needed, because the survivors, they were looking to gain lots of points back on that map so they could make the comeback happen. With the tank shutting everything down, getting so triggered to the point of killing everything in sight, even without any SI really landing for a long period of time. And right now we're on the finale, and we're looking at a score of 1252 to 992. The Psychotics on the losing side currently, and the Ambitious Fools currently winning the game. This is the final map of the match. If the infected team, the Psychotics, can pull off an early tank wipe and make this finale, that is going to be the comeback of the century in this tournament.
Clutch or kick, I mean, they really are going to have a hard time if this is going to be an early tank. Yes, it is. Okay, both teams could be easily wiped here with really strong play from both ends.
And we've got a tank
they get rid of
spawning
the
up in
hit.
the hands of Alpha right now. The infected team needs to cooperate
That witch is up.
150% to kill the survivors. And we do have a witch ahead. The tank is going to possibly hide behind the witch. No, the tank is going for a forklift on its first pass.
Oh, that's
Hits the
ridiculous.
forklift. This forklift is out of play.
Oh,
This
no.
forklift
Boo.
cannot be used for the rest of the map. Unfortunately, Alpha has been lifted too many weights. Punched this forklift so hard that it is no longer in play for the rest of the game, and he's going to have to commit right now
To the
because
moon,
he's about
Alex.
to go to second pass. Wow. If Alpha would just have not lifted so many weights, he wouldn't have
They are
to be by
committing with the boom
himself
here.
right now. This is going to have to be a clutch boom, because if a boom isn't landed, the tank is not going to land anything. We got a charge separation in the front. The tank's committing. The tank is missing punches. He gets a punch on Coach. Will this boom land?
no.
It still has not landed. And here it comes. The tank is still by himself, getting a corner on Ellis. He needs to get this end cap quick because
He's going to be kicking himself later.
Koala, this tank could still do a lot of damage right now, but he's not able to catch up to anybody. He's so slow. He's SMG slowing down the tank so much and pelting him down to no HP. Will he get another
That was a
punch?
fabulous charge, creating so much separation. Once Tank got that first punch, all he had to do was body block that charger. But
What?
it still looks like he's going to get the wipe here.
This is a
Go, support, go.
unsuspecting wipe. This tank
I
was
can't
looking
believe it.
grim.
I can't
Koala,
believe it.
I can't believe it either. The infected team got the early wipe that they needed. This tank was looking grim. He was by himself with a boomer, but he manages to get 2 in caps, and the SI did the rest.
My goodness.
Wow.
Team Psychotics are licking their chops right here. They got to be having the Rocky montage in the background. That's got to be what's doing it. So all they have to do is just melt this tank, shut down the boomer, shut down the SI, make it to that witch. Now, please don't fail this witch.
My boom.
Please don't fail this witch.
My heart.
So
is
they kill
pounding.
this witch, they start the event, all the points start racking up. They're only behind by what? Help me out here, Kiltro. How many points are they behind?
This is barely that many. This is easily comebackable. We're looking at 400 points right now. If the survivors can kill this tank, they stand all the chance in the world of making this map and making the comeback.
You know, I think we're gonna have to ask Mickey to show up here. I think we
I
need
don't
some.
know.
I think that the
Right
chat.
now.
I think
Oh
that
my
the
God.
chat really #Kappa really needs Mickey. I think really needs Mickey for this one.
Mom, get the camera. I don't know.
Mom, get the camera. Oh, baby, a
This
triple.
is the final round of Dark Carnival.
You what?
This could be a comeback. The most
You what, mate?
intense comeback. You what, mate?
You what, mate?
This could be it. We're
You
looking
having
at
a
about
giggle?
400 point
You having a little
difference.
giggle, mate?
A little giggle. This is so intense right now.
It's
If the
so
survivors
intense.
can come
It's
back
so
right
intense
now,
because I
wow.
mean, easier said than done. Again, but if they melt this tank and they kill this witch, they can make it to the event, which will start to gradually build up their points while they're just sitting pretty, shutting down hits, waiting for that next tank to show up. And if I'm not mistaken, there's only one more tank for them to deal with after this one.
I just took a huge drink. Woo! Let's see what we have here. If the survivors can kill this tank, I will guarantee Mickey Mouse will join us. But we have to cross our fingers right now and hope the survivors can shut this tank down. This is going to be a tough fight, but if they can kill the tank, they stand a very good chance of surviving this map and making a crazy comeback.
Just wash this.
The tank's pushing in. Tank's pushing in off that boom. Oh no, this could be disastrous. He whiffs.
This is the tank.
He whiffs again.
Win. He needs to start
You
landing
gotta
punches.
land those. Tank, you gotta land those. He whiffs
Focus.
again.
Focus. Do not punch too soon.
The hit's shut down. The tank is by himself. He's getting melted, killed, so he's getting melted.
This is crazy. These survivors are dancing around the
He's
tank
at
right
1K.
now.
He's at 1K kill toy. Boomers in. Single boom. Double boom. 200 points. The tank's dead. Kill toy. They can win. They can come back. They can win. They can do it.
I nearly passed out from a heart attack right now. This tank pushed in with 3 boom survivors, but was not able to land enough punches to seal the deal. And the survivors are pushing forward to this win.
Come on,
with
don't mess it up.
a tremendous amount of health. They need to get this crowd.
Oh,
and
they did
do.
it. They did it.
This.
They're gonna
This
do
is
it,
it.
kill toy. They're gonna
This
do
is
it.
There's only 370 points separating this team from winning the game. If they land their M2s and their M1s, oh my goodness. Koala, this could be a comeback.
You gotta be kicking yourself if you're that tank. I mean, the 3 boom was in. Man, how
That
unfortunate.
was- unfortunately, they dropped the ball. They
Everything's
stood
getting
the
cleared.
best chance in the wall to win.
Charger
and right now,
whip.
the SI is just kind of going in one by one, and the survivors
Looks
are
like
shutting
they're
everything
giving
down.
up. It looks like ambitious fools are giving up here.
Reloading here.
I
They
mean,
need to not give up hope
the
right now.
survivors have essentially 90 HP each. They're still going to be pretty fast. They're holding 3 pills, and they got 3 more sitting up on stage here. I mean, if you're the infected here, you're just like, what happened? How did we throw? We had the game. What happened?
That tank could have certainly
Oh, Mickey, I'm so sad right now, Mickey.
Oh my goodness, but this is what we've all been waiting for. The survivors right now need to shut down all these attacks.
I'm torn.
Reloading.
I'm torn because I was rooting for the Psychotics to make this comeback, but you hate to see these kind of things happen. I mean, that tank missed like 8 punches in a row. Like, if you're that tank, I mean, you gotta have some kind of sympathy for that tank. That's harsh.
Koala, that tank is feeling pain right now. I'm sure their teammates are continuously discussing what unfolded. But
That
they
is not
need
a
to-
happy
they
war
need to
room.
put
That
it aside.
is
They
not
need to
a
put it
happy
aside
war
right
room.
now. They
Okay,
need to focus.
okay.
Focus.
Reloading.
Koala,
Stay in the present.
Look at me. Look at me. Lock eyes
Okay,
with me.
okay.
Focus.
We can do
Focus.
this. We can do this. Oh, Charger lands.
Oh my goodness! We've got a move coming in right now. Could this be this could be the quad move? Could this be the quad move? Move is getting tons of scratching. Oh my goodness! Wow, this Boomer gets a kill on Coach. Are you kidding me? Coach just 1v1 to Boomer and lost. That was a clutch move.
That was
The
pretty
Boom gets
impressive.
the end cap, but the survivors are still alive.
Okay, it's a start. They're dealing tons of damage. They're still not out of the woods yet, Mickey. I mean, they only got about 100 points to go, maybe 70.
I'm getting tickled right now.
They already got somebody in cap that's hoarded.
Oh my
Depends on where this tank spawns.
They need to get off Coach right now because he's about to die. But here comes the
They got him up. They got him up.
Coach has already been picked up. Koala, this is perfect.
30 points away from
Reloading.
taking this match. The Psychotics showing that they have what it takes to keep it together, to juke tanks, to make the plays. This is impressive. And it is all ogre. Shrek is love. Shrek is life. Team Psychotics takes it over ambitious fools. What a miraculous
Wow.
display of fortitude.
I don't even have words right now. I can barely talk. I can barely make words come from my mouth. The Psychotics made a legendary comeback. They made a legendary comeback and won this match.
Wow, we got some massive salt. Turn on the speaking spell, Killatoy. How do you spell sodium? Jesus, it looks like Mia just took off. I don't know whose tank that was, but I think Mia already had his or her tank. Now, that's pretty rough to see a teammate just leave like that. Like I said, that's not a pretty war room. You do not want to be that tank at this moment in time. Oh man, what a discussion. Or lack thereof
wow.
to be had.
This game overall was an insane game.
Right here hurts something.
But
Jeez.
the Psychotics, in the end, clutching the victory for themselves, shutting them down with an early tank wipe, and surviving the early tank with their survivors. Impressive work by the Psychotics. But the Ambitious Fools did proved to be a worthy adversary. This game was back and forth, and they held the lead throughout the game, but they could not seal the deal on finale. Wow, impressive work by the Psychotics.
Reloading.
It hurts, but ain't nothing.
There's not much else that can be said right now. We're just seeing a 4v3 game right now because somebody has left, but we already know who won this game. Correct. I never miss quad rocks, and that is all I do. Quad rocks for day.
I am so torn. I am so torn.
Right now, I feel like I'm floating on a cloud.
Have you ever been that guy? Have you ever been that tank in a scrim or in a pug that just, it's like you guys are riding to victory and just every single punch misses.
Oh my god.
I can't get over that because
I can't get over it either, but right now I'm floating on a cloud. My body
Team
is
Psychotics
tingling.
has got to be elated here. They've got to be just like, it's like 4th of July. I mean, New Year's Eve. I mean, their cousin's birthday. Something great just happened. And it's called Psychotics Take It Over Ambitious Fools in a miraculous comeback victory here. Now, if that's not hype, I don't know what is.
I thought map 3 was intense. Or, I'm sorry, round 3. Whatever, but map 4, round 4. Team Psychotics versus the Ambitious Fools. This has been the most intense game right now. We saw an epic comeback after a huge duke out through maps 1 and 4. But the Psychotics sealing the deal on map 5, the finale, winning the game. And right now, I'm floating on a cloud. I'm so warm and fuzzy, and I'm floating on a cloud. I can't believe what I just saw. We just saw an amazing comeback.
That's ridiculous.
And let me just remind...
all the masterful baiting that went on map 4. You know...
Correct.
It still wasn't enough. Because in the end, it doesn't even matter.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. Okay, let me just remind everybody that's currently still in chat, all of our viewers, you need to go to MavWar.com, MavWar.com. Spell it correctly. You need to go there and vote for your MVP of this round and vote for who you thought won this game single-handedly. And going forward on any other game, please visit the website. Stay tuned on what's going on in this tournament. Please support this community. Please support this tournament. And please support the Fallen Soldier, a.k.a. Hype, for this tournament is dedicated to.
I'm just shocked. I'm all sorts of confuzzled. I am bamboozled. Words.
I guess you could say you're confogled? A question.
See what you did there, Killatoy. You are a sly devil, you.
I did it. I can't see straight right now, but I did it. I fucking did it. And
thanks very much, XBy, for having us here to cast.
Thank you.
If you are not already subscribed or following XBy, please do check out his YouTube channel. Be sure to stay up to date with what's going on these tournaments, and stay tuned for all of the hype, because it's still coming, baby. It's still coming.
Yes. Along with visiting the MavWar website, along with subscribing to XBy's YouTube and or Twitch channel, do not forget to subscribe to Killatoy's YouTube channel and Twitch channel, and give him all of your hard-earned money because he wants it. He's greedy. He's greedy. He's greedy. He wants all your money. I need the money for beer, and if I don't have the beer, I can't cast. So it's important. Anyways, once again, thank you to The Owl, Glass Sandwich, Koala, and XBy for making this tournament happen, for making these broadcasts happen so everybody can enjoy these games. And once again, please vote for your MVP on MavWar.com.
I'm Koala.
And I'm Killatoy.